Eamonn Holmes' ex-co-host Isabelle Webster makes very telling dig after shock GB News exit. Former GB News host Isabelle Webster appeared to make a savage move following her sudden exit from the channel after being by Eamonn Holmes' side since the start. Isabelle Webster has shared a very telling post following her abrupt exit as Eamonn Holmes' co-host as she appears to swipe at the star. The presenter showed where her loyalties are just months after her sudden departure from GB News' breakfast show. She was once called Eamonn's TV wife, yet their working relationship came crashing down when Isabelle, 41, was dropped by the controversial channel. Eamonn, 64, and Isabelle had hosted their flagship morning show together for 2 years, and she was on hand to support him through his shock split from wife Ruth Langsford. The pair had worked together for years, having starred on Sky News before moving over to the startup together in 2021. Eamonn admitted he missed his former co-star when he returned to the breakfast show without her as Isabelle was replaced by Ellie Costello. However, it seems Isabelle has now taken a savage dig at her former co-star. In a bold move, she shared a gushing tribute to Eamonn's ex-wife Ruth as she marked her birthday. Isabelle posted a photo of herself next to the Loose Women star from a previous glam day out together. They beamed in the snap as Isabelle wore a pink dress and matching fascinator and Ruth donned a white outfit and orange headpiece. The former news presenter wrote, "Happy birthday at Ruth Langsford," alongside 2 champagne glass emojis. Former This Morning hosts Eamonn and Ruth married in 2010, 13 years after they started dating, and share a son called Jack, who was born in 2002. Eamonn had addressed Isabelle's exit on the first day without her by his side. He told viewers, "It is our first day without Isabelle, and we miss her already." He went on to acknowledge GB News viewers' messages, asserting, "Not that we don't welcome you here, Miss Ellie, but thank you very much for all of your comments about Isabelle." Eamonn assured fans, "We will make sure they are passed on. Thank you for taking the time and trouble," as he concluded his sentiments. Isabelle was replaced by Ellie Costello, 31, who has quickly become referred to as the channel's answer to Holly Willoughby. The reason behind Isabelle's removal is yet to be confirmed, but a source told Mail Online that Isabelle was too woke and not on message for the channel's brand. Posting on social media in December, Isabelle told fans it was her final show with the veteran broadcaster, but hinted it was just for Christmas. She shared a studio snap with Eamonn and her, captioning the picture, "Over and out from us. Merry Christmas." In a significant overhaul, GB News saw a series of strategic adjustments, punctuated by the surprising exit of fan favorite Isabelle. The shakeup also included reducing on-air hours for Jacob Rees-Mogg and substituting Mark Dolan's weekend show. Insiders previously hinted at a behind-the-scenes tussle over working conditions leading to Isabelle's decision to leave. Sources claimed that Isabelle was at odds with the top bosses over demands to increase her broadcast days from 3 to 5 each week. This contentious point reportedly intensified strain during contract talks, ultimately fostering tension off camera. A source revealed to The Sun, "Eamonn's obviously the main star of the show and likes to be in charge. He's now looking forward to working with Ellie, who's a young talent he can help mold as her career progresses." Upon hearing about Isabelle's exit, Eamonn posted a brief message on his social channels, stating, "Bye my girl X." This tweet followed Isabelle's exit and attracted attention for what some considered to be its unexpectedly curt tone for a farewell to a coworker. Eamonn Holmes' former co-host Isabelle Webster supports ex-Ruth Langsford with sweet message after he was accused of being behind her GB News acts. Eamonn Holmes' former GB News co-host Isabelle Webster showed her support for his ex-Ruth Langsford with a sweet birthday message on Monday. The post comes just months after Eamonn, 65, was accused of getting Isabelle axed from the channel amid claims her relationship with bosses turned sour. Ruth, who announced her split from the Irish broadcaster in May 2024 after 14 years of marriage, reshared the message to her Instagram stories as she celebrated her 65th birthday. In the snap, Isabelle, 42, cozied up to the Loose Women star as they both stunned in chic gowns and stylish hats. She wrote, "Happy birthday at Ruth Langsford," to which the birthday girl replied, "Thank you darling." In January, Eamonn furiously hit back after he was accused of being behind Isabelle's acts, which saw her replaced by Ellie Costello, 31, dubbed the organization's own Holly Willoughby. The shock shakeup was one of a number of changes made by the channel, as Sir Jacob Rees-Mogg saw his hours cut and Mark Dolan replaced on his weekend show. As Eamonn returned to work after the Christmas and New Year break, he posted a snap with new co-host Ellie and lauded her for being fresh, bright and different. He wrote, "A new year, a new day and a new breakfast line up on @GB News. It's now Eamonn and at Ellie Costello TV from 6 to 9.30. It's fresh, bright, different, and I hope we have your company on TV, online, on your smartphone, on your radio, and by asking your smart device to play GB News. Please join us and say hello. One angry troll then wrote under the post in the comments section, "Your mate got sacked for not being right-wing enough and you sat back and did nothing. With friends like you." But Eamonn then furiously shot back, "And you know nothing." But Eamonn then furiously shot back, "And you know nothing." Back in December, Isabelle was replaced as Eamonn's co-host after her relationship with the channel's bosses turned sour, insiders revealed. According to The Sun, Webster's shock exit was caused by a secret feud with her employees over her working hours. The presenter wasn't happy that the channel's senior chiefs were expecting her to increase her days on screen from 3 to 5 a week and refused to bow to demands. It had become a sticking point in negotiations and was causing tension behind the scenes, an insider told The Sun. Eamonn's obviously the main star of the show and likes to be in charge. He's now looking forward to working with Ellie, who's a young talent he can help mold as her career progresses. Talks between Webster and GB News broke down at the end of last year and she was subsequently axed from the company, a decision which blindsided her colleague Holmes. The pair had just finished their final show of the year and they were allegedly planning to celebrate Christmas together, but she was immediately replaced by Costello. It comes after Ruth opened up on her divorce in a new interview for the first time and discussed the difficult breakup and how she has picked herself up and moved on. Shortly after their separation, Eamonn went public with his new relationship with dating counselor Katie Alexander, 43, while Ruth remains publicly single. Speaking to Woman and Home, Ruth said she was determined to look ahead and feels an enthusiasm for what's next, including meeting someone new. When asked how she is feeling now, Ruth said, "I'm all right. Relationship breakdowns are very difficult, marriage, friendship, whatever it is, but you just deal with it and you have to move on. You can either let yourself crumble or you pick yourself up and get on with life. It's a choice." Ruth, who shares son Jack, 22, with Eamonn, added, "I'm not delighted my marriage is over, but I've accepted that my marriage is over, so I am trying to now embrace the fact that I'm single and can make choices that are just about me." She said, "For a lot of people, whatever troubles you have, work is something that you have to get up and do. For me, it's always been a good thing to dust myself down and concentrate on something else."